So here's a video of me on the bench press at age 16. I got 80 kilograms for 1 rep. Fast forward to now, 2 years down the line, and I can do almost double that, bringing my max to 155 kilograms. As you can see, it's increased an insane amount, and the main reason for this is not only my technique, but also my diet and how I've actually been training. Today, I'm going to be breaking down to you guys exactly what I did to achieve this, and I'm also going to be telling you some key tricks that made a huge difference and helped me do this naturally at around 80 kilograms body weight. So yeah, with that said, let's go straight to the gym and start off by explaining my exact technique to achieve this. Let's go. Okay, so for starters, the most important thing to do before any bench press is warm up. Start with the bar and work your way up to a weight where you can do up to 4 reps on. This is to prevent any injuries or muscle tears, and it's something you definitely need to make sure that you're doing. Next, you want to have your hands positioned just wider than shoulder width apart and your wrists locked out. Instead of laying flat on your back, you also need a small arc in it. Not too much, but enough to really allow your legs to be planted on the floor. This is a mistake a lot of people do make. They arc their back either too little or too much, and it's just way less effective. So now your body's in the correct position, slowly lift the bar off the rack, tuck your elbows in, and with a controlled motion, lower it onto your chest in line with your nipples. This is so important to do correctly, and like I said, make sure your elbows are tucked in and not flared out. You also don't want to bring the bar down too slowly, as it will burn your chest muscles and you won't have as much strength, but do make sure to keep it under control and not too quick. As soon as the bar touches your chest, you need to explode out, pushing the bar up and driving your feet into the ground using your leg muscles. This is what's going to make the biggest difference when increasing the weight, and it's so important to be doing. Also, if you're going for more reps, you need to repeat this motion as quickly and controlled as possible. And if we take a closer look in slow motion at my technique, you can clearly see for the first 2 reps it wasn't that difficult. However, on the 3rd rep I start to struggle, and if you notice, I drive my legs into the ground, and you can actually see my back coming off the bench a bit, as this is helping me finish the rep. So yeah, like I said, all of these things are so important for a strong technique, and you definitely need to make sure you're doing them if you want to increase your bench. Also, one last thing is to make sure that you're controlling your breathing and exhale when you're pushing the weight up. Right people, so now I've explained how to use the correct technique for this, so let me talk to you a bit about the training side to it and also what my diet was like. So there's a few little tricks I'm going to talk about, but the first is how you should be training. So because we want to improve our muscular strength, we need to be training using a weight we can do about 4 reps on. This is extremely important to be doing, as if not, it's more endurance based. You need to be training your bench at least twice a week and allowing 3 days rest between each session. This is so that you can recover and rebuild, and as you know, for the past 2 years I've been doing this, but instead of having separate days to train bench, I've just done it at the start of every chest and leg session. I'd also suggest doing around 4 to 5 sets for every time you train, and progressively overloading the weight every few weeks to see if you've actually got stronger. So for your diet, you need to be eating in a calorie surplus, and I have personally been eating around 3,000 a day. You need to be making sure you're getting around 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight as well, and this is so important for not only your strength, but also your muscle growth. If you want to improve your bench, you definitely need to focus on this, and you need to eat foods like chicken and rice, eggs, yogurt, minced beef, and many more. Also, make sure to not focus too much on staying lean, as this will take your energy and strength away. It is okay to carry a bit of fat if you're wanting to get stronger. So yeah, that's pretty much all you need to know for your training and diet. So let me talk about some tricks that you could use. So the first one is having caffeine before each session. Now, I know this isn't the healthiest option out there, but it honestly works so well for me. I'd recommend having something like a coffee or an energy drink to consume this, but yeah, it will perk you up so much and help you lift so much more weight. Trick 2 is practicing static holds. So if you don't know what these are, all you basically do is just put a weight on the bar that you can nowhere near lift and hold it with your arms straight above your chest. What this will do is make the weight that you can actually lift feel so much lighter, and it will kind of trick your mind into thinking it's not as heavy. Trick 3, use elbow and wrist straps. Now, I personally use these a lot as they do help with joint pain, and if you've ever watched big influencers bench a lot of weight, like Larry Wheels for example, they will make sure to use these every single time. It just adds so much support onto your arms, and overall will help you bench so much more. Trick 4, have a deload week before going for a big bench press. So this might sound stupid, but the less you train your chest, the stronger it will actually get. A massive mistake a lot of people make when trying to bench heavy is they overtrain their chest and give it no chance to recover. As we all know, this is actually going to make you weaker, as your chest still isn't fully recovered. Okay, so the 5th and final trick that you could use now, and it's literally just having a support bar or a spotter with you. You're never going to be able to lift your maximum amount of weight without this, and it's just so much more beneficial. Obviously, in some cases, you won't be able to get this, but like I said, try to get a spotter when you can, and ideally someone with a similar strength level to you, as it will also motivate you more. Anyway people, that is the end of the video now, and I know this is a bit of a different one, but I thought I needed to make it because I've had so many people asking how I can bench so much at just 18 years old. So yeah, I'm going to end the video there, and I'll see you in the next one.